I know that this power regression thing is hard to remember how to do if you just do it once. So I found some data online here about antelopes. Apparently, they're native to Africa and Asia. I mean, that's nice. You can learn all about them. But here's some data about the diameter of their humerus bones to the length of their humerus bones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put this data in and how to make a power regression of this. Okay. So I'm going to pull this over to the side so I can see it. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to click on Stat, and then I'm going to click on Edit, so I'm just going to press Enter. Okay, do you see how there's already stuff in my L1 and my L2? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up to L1, and then I'm going to click Clear. And if you notice, nothing really happens. But once you click Clear and then Enter, that whole thing goes away. So I'll do the same thing for L2. I'll go and select L2, click Clear, and Enter. Word of advice, do not press Delete. Delete will delete the entire list. And I'm not quite sure how to get it back, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure the internet can tell me, but I don't know. So anyways, I'm going to go back to my L1, and I'm going to put in my X values over here. So I'm going to have 17.6, 26.0, 31.9, 38.9, 45.8, 51.2, 58.1, 64.7, 66.7, 80.8, and then 82.9. Okay, and then in L2 is going to go all of my Y values that match up. So the one that matches my Y value that matches up with 17.6 is that 159.9. And then we'll keep going. $323.6, there we go. Awesome. So that is the most annoying part of all of this, pretty much, is putting in all of your values. It gets to be kind of a pain in the butt. So now what you want to do is you want to go over to stat plot. So you're going to press second and then y equals, so you get to stat plot. And you're going to select stat plot 1. So you're just going to press enter. Perfect. And now I want it to be on. You see how it's flashing on the on, but it highlights the off? I now want to click on, so that way I have all that going on. Usually it's going to have this type right here. Since we want a scatter plot, this is what we want. This is a scatter plot, line graph, bar graph, histogram, blah, 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 box and whisker, got all that jazz. We want our X list to be L1 because that's where we put our X values. We want our Y list to be L2 because that's where we put our Y values. These markers down here, it really doesn't matter. I always keep it on the square, and I think if you have a calculator like I do from high school, you don't get the option of the color. So what we're going to do is we're just going to press enter. No, we're not. We're going to quit. And then we're going to click graph. Do you notice how nothing is coming up on here? That's because we need to set it so that it'll show us all the information for our statistics stuff. So we're going to go to zoom. And we want to go to zoom stat. Zoom stat right here is 9. You can go all the way down until you get to 9, or you can just press 9 and it'll zoom stat for you. Okay, so here's my scatter plot. So that's nice and pretty, but what we want is we want to be able to model it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on stat again, and now we want to calculate something, so we're going to pop over to calc. And we want a power regression. Power regression is under A, and it's going to take a while to get there. So I actually go up from the bottom. So I'm going to click up until I get to power regression. press enter. You can see you can do a linear regression, exponential regression. We'll probably do a little bit later. It's fantastic. So we're going to press enter. X list is L1, Y list is L2. Fantastic. We're going to press enter again, and enter, and enter, and enter, and enter. And there we go. Oops. Did I press enter too many times? There it goes. Okay. So there's our A value. There's our B value. So when we go and we write this out, let me see if I can open something up that I can write in. Just scroll that down a little bit. So since I have this, y equals a times x to the b power, I'm going to have y equals, since my a's is 24.1.2, I'm going to have 24.1.2 x. My b is going to be 0.659, so I'm going to have to the power of 0.659. And there you go. You have your power regression.